What is up, everybody? Today we're going Green Bay Packers 2025 NFL mock draft, 5 rounds. Let's go. In the first round, we've got pick 23. Let's see what comes to us. All right, trade offer from the Houston Texans, 23 and 87 for 25 and 58. Move down 2 now to move up 19 later, maybe. Cowboys, 23 for a bunch of picks. I don't think I'm going to take picks for future drafts in this mock draft just because it's no fun. In real life, I consider it, but here I'm going to say no. And then the Jets want to go for 42, 92, 109. So essentially, we move down 19, pick up 2 picks around 100 mark. I think I'm going to stay put there. I think I'm going to take this pick from the Texans. I don't think I lose much. Looking what's on the board here. We've got Cam Williams out of Texas, Derek Harmon, Josh Simmons, Kenneth Grant, Jahdae Barron, Mike Green, Trey Amos. I see plenty left here for me to trade down, so I'm going to take that offer. More trades, down to 36 and 70. I'm going to reject those and pick here. So basically this draft, I think the Packers just need best available. I think the true needs are offensive line and linebacker. I've been hearing a lot of talk that it's corner. I don't think the room is really that weak. I think what got exposed in that loss to the Eagles was the offensive line. We had a couple injuries, and then we just got ate up and destroyed by Philly's defensive line. So that's where I'm going to be looking. And then on the linebacker position, I think we've really got Edge Cooper. And then who else? Quay Walker, 5th-year option coming up. That's going to be an expensive deal. And on top of that, we'd be asking to pay him like one of the top linebackers in the league for really what has not been good production. He gets a lot of tackles, but they're always 10 yards downfield. And then who else do we have in that room? Eric Wilson, Isaiah McDuffie. They're fine guys, but just not difference makers. So that's where I'm looking. All that said, on the board here, guys that are catching my eye. Cam Williams out of Texas, big offensive tackle. I like that. 6'5", 335, arm length. We heard all about that last year with Jordan Morgan. But I like that prospect. Derek Harmon, I also like. Didn't mention the defensive line. We've invested a lot there the last few years, but I don't think you can ever get enough. I think you can never have too many studs in that position. Second most important place on the field after the quarterback, in my opinion. And this guy is just a freak. 6'5", 310, really twitchy, really athletic. Can get you some interior pressure. I like Mike Green, edge rusher out of Marshall. Big, fast, athletic guy. Maybe some questions about competition level at Marshall, but we'll have to see how this guy does in the Senior Bowl. But I think this guy's going to be a riser. Just too many traits to fall super deep. We've got Jahdae Barron out of Texas. People really like this guy, saying he's going to play corner in the NFL. 5'11", 200, good size. That's consideration. Trey Amos, another guy out of Ole Miss. A lot of talk about this guy as a corner. And I've also been hearing, a lot of talk about Shamar Stewart, just the traits on this guy. 6'6", 291. You just don't see guys built like that. But my concern is just no production. I think he's been in college football 3 years and has like 1.5 sacks. Reminds me a lot of LVN. Personally, I've had enough of this traits guys. I like traits, but I need to see them paired with production. So this is not a pick for me for the Packers. Anyway, I think that's enough talk. Let's make a pick. I think I'm just going to go best available. Cam Williams, shore up that offensive tackle. Hopefully Jordan Morgan can come back healthy next year. And we'll just really have a big, powerful offensive line to run Josh Jacobs behind, protect Jordan Love, and maybe make things easier for these receivers, get them some more time to develop routes downfield. So we're going to work from the trenches out. Number 1 pick, Cam Williams to the Packers. All right, next pick. What do we have? 54. Again, I think I'm just looking for best player available. Here we have a trade, move down 2 spots to take another pick, 108. I think there's a lot of depth there. I don't think that's a bad offer. We've also got the Panthers. I'd obviously take this one. I'm here. We're giving away next year's 4th. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to keep this pick. Jahdae Barron here at 31. I think that's a good value still. Caleb Johnson, I really like this guy. I think he's 6 foot, 225, just a smooth runner. I've never seen guys hit the hole so smooth and then just take it to the house. That being said, I think this is a really deep running back class. I think there's talk for a while that running back is not worth it anymore. Never take him early. Don't pay him. And then this year we saw what happened, with Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs and all the impact they've had. I still lean on the side of kind of that running back isn't the most valuable position. I also think this is a really deep draft. I think we can get more guys later in the rounds compared to the kind of the more valuable positions. Other guys I like Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss. I think you always got to be drafting a quarterback, the most important position on the team in the league. Jordan Love has shown flashes, but I don't know if he's really the guy. I don't think I'm going to waste it. Not waste, but I don't think I'm going to use a second round pick here. Just consideration, though. I was thinking quarterback. Jack Sawyer, edge out of Ohio State. This guy's big, 6'5", 260. Not the freakiest athlete, but just a lot of production, a lot of winning football. I like to see that. I think if you can't produce and win against, other college guys who aren't going to play football professionally, guys who are going to go be car salesmen and accountants, how are you going to work, produce against an NFL roster where it's the freakiest freaks doing it full time? So that's what I like to see. Jack Sawyer, a guy I'd consider. Another one, two guys here I like. Eric Carter, linebacker out of Clemson, one of the top prospects last year. Reminds me a lot of Edge Cooper, but he went back to college. This year, I still like him. Addresses the position of need. I think it's going to be a crazy defense. If you have two freaks, two Edge Coopers back there that can really, run sideline to sideline, get back and cover, stick the run, make sacks. I like that pick. And then finally, Kyle Kennard is a guy I like here. 6'5", 254, just twitchy, smooth, athletic edge rusher. We've invested a lot in that room the last few years with draft picks, but I don't really care. You need to pour as much into that room as you can to get it to produce. And then, yeah, that's what I'll call out here. As a concern, I like all those guys, but I think I got to go best player available. Jahdae Barron, hopefully moving the corner. Hopefully we've got just a playmaker, just a stud. 31 ranked overall prospect. I think that might even be low. Here picking at 54. I can't say no to that. Jahdae Barron to the Packers. 58, another trade offer, moved down one slot to get 245. I'll pass. I'll pass on this too. So who's on the board? A lot of the guys we just talked about. I think I got to go Eric Carter. I just can't say no to that pairing of him with Edge Cooper. That's who we'll take. Eric Carter, linebacker, Clemson. 2 picks left in this 5-round mock. Pick 123 coming up. Who are we going to have on the board? In my mind, I think I'm looking for corner or receiver. Trade offer here. I'm going to say no to that. Let's see who's available at wide receiver. Handful of guys I like here. Specifically Jack Betch out of TCU. Not the most explosive, take the top off guy. More of a possession receiver, but a lot of production. Catches everything you throw at him. Can go up and make contested catches. And then the other one I like here is Jalen Noel out of Iowa State. 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. And he's, he's more of a slot speed separation guy, which I like. I think what the Packers really need right now is a big outside guy, big speed guy on the outside. Something like a Christian Watson who we lost. I think we need some speed in that room. 2 prospects, but let's see who's available at corner. Handful of guys. I'm not the most familiar with any of them. I think I'm going to go receiver here. I'm going to go Jack Betch, TCU. Last pick coming up, 160. Who do we got? Looking corner, I think. Or really just best available at this point. Some guys that are standing out. Really nobody. We got Noel here. We could double down on receiver, but I'm not sure about that. I feel like that's the issue with the Packers receiver room. We got a ton of B plus guys, but no A plus, no one stud. And I think doubling down on here in the 4th and 5th round receivers, I think just adds to that. It's a lot more mess of guys who are good, but not great. We've got defensive tackles available here. We could use that. Kenny Clark, big contract, not exactly living up to it. We could go offensive line. Who do we have at corner? I think I'm going to go corner here. I think we can address that through free agency. I don't think it's the biggest weakness, but I still think we could take some bodies in that room, some competition. So we'll close it out here with Jermari Harris, cornerback, Iowa. And that's going to wrap it up for our 5-round mock draft for the Green Bay Packers. We've got Cameron Williams, offensive tackle, Jahdae Barron, safety, a couple of Texas guys in our first 2 picks, Barrett Carter, linebacker out of Clemson, 3, Jack Betch out of TCU, receiver, and Jermari Harris, cornerback out of Iowa. Thanks for watching. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Talk to you in the next one.